very special episode, and hopefully we have enough signal here to make this happen. Hold on here. Okay. So, baby came early. I am so excited to tell you our story real quick. Bert's actually out grabbing dinner, but I do have a special guest here that you can meet, and I won't keep you waiting for this. Here she is. Oh, with a big yawn. Sit up, sweet pie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is, it was a surprise. Well, let me just tell the story. On Saturday, all day long, I was cleaning the house and putting the nursery together. And then on Saturday night after dinner, I thought maybe I peed myself. So I went upstairs and changed my underwear and pants, and it happened again. And I said, you know, Bert, I'm not sure what's happening because I've never peed myself 2 times in a row like that. And usually it takes a sneeze to make that happen. Let me see if I can move this real quick. Just make things a little easier. Okay. So we called the doctor. They said, well, just go to the hospital and they'll do a little swab to find out. And so we went, and I'm like, I'm not sure. And they're like, okay, you know, might just be urine, no problem, we'll do a swab. And sure enough, immediately they're like, nope, that's amniotic fluid. Your water broke. And so they said, well, you're not going anywhere for a few days. And that's basically how it all started. She was 36 weeks and I believe 5 days is the count. Hi everyone, thanks for saying hi. I'm glad that we have enough signals to do this. The Wi-Fi here is awful, so we have to use cellular data, and that's been spotty. So anyway, the staff was nice. We got here around, gosh, I think it was 10 o'clock p.m. on Saturday night, and then everything is, you know what, honestly, it's a blur. But I'll try and tell you, it all started very well, and I was having contractions that I didn't even feel for the longest time. And so they would check to see how dilated I was, and I guess it's when you get to 6 when everything starts to get 6 centimeters, sorry, is when, everything starts to like really happen. But I was kind of stuck there, so because my water already broke, they couldn't do a lot of stuff to induce me vaginally, so they had to do it with something called Pitocin. Now, Pitocin brings on very strong contractions, and they said, okay, well, let us know if you want the epidural. And after dealing with the contractions for about an hour, I said, you know what, I think I'm going to go with the epidural. And they said, okay, but from that point, it took probably an hour for it to actually happen, because they have to, sign forms. There's things that have to happen before you get the epidural. Got the epidural, which it's, that's a process itself, just getting it. I'm glad I couldn't actually see what was happening, but Bert was fascinated by the whole process. And then, so then my, everything goes numb, kind of from your midsection down. And Bridesmaids was on TV, so we started watching that movie Bridesmaids right from the beginning. It was, making us laugh, and we were kind of just waiting. And I couldn't feel the contractions anymore, so all I had to do was just lay there, because I can't walk. Can't feel my legs, so I can't walk. And they would come in and put me in different positions and everything. But baby's heart rate started to drop, and it was below the baseline that's normal. And so all of a sudden there were a ton of staff, a ton of nurses and specialists and everything in our room, trying to decide what to do and putting me in different positions to try and get her heart rate back up. And then finally they said, you know what, we've tried everything and we're not feeling good about this, so we're gonna go, and you're gonna have the C-section. So they wheeled me into the operating room, and all this happened very fast. And Bert was kind of, he's in the room and they have a cot for him. So he's just kind of sitting there because he can't get close. And yep, here's baby. I'll show you baby. Baby's right here in my lap. So, I look over at Bert and he's scared, and I'm like, it's gonna be okay. And I think I went into some sort of I don't know. I wasn't scared. I was just, Elliot, I saw your comment, when can you play soccer again? Asking for Ren. Like, ASAP, I'm ready to get back on the field. Trust me, watching the World Cup is making me want to play so bad. So all this stuff going on, and I'm just like, breathe, just keep breathing. And they wheel me into the operating room, and because it was numb, they put up a, sheet. I really didn't feel anything, and Bert was up by my head, and I'm kind of bringing this all down. Like, this all took quite a while, so it was 12:31 a.m. we hear the baby cry. They pulled her out of me, and I started crying, and Bert started crying, and they said, just wait a moment. And I'm not sure what they had to do first, because again, I'm behind a sheet, I can't see anything. And then they called Bert over to cut the umbilical cord, and he was with the baby for a while, and I could hear the baby, but I couldn't see the baby, and no one brought the baby to me, and I was like, I just want to see this baby. But it was, with all the meds I was on and everything that they had to do to me and everything, I was over there, I threw up a little, and oh my God, I was like, it's gonna be soon, it's gonna be soon. So finally, I don't know, they got me all stitched up and everything, and I had to wait all that time. It felt like an eternity. And I went to the recovery room, and that's where I finally got to, wait. I'm trying to think, did they bring her over while I was in the operating room? I can't remember, just to see her. I think it was in the recovery room, though. It felt like forever. And finally got to hold her, and it was all worth it, and it was incredible. And I was, on all this stuff and not completely with it, but I was there enough, and I remember enough of it to remember how, just incredibly magical it was to meet her. So hold on here. Let me see if I can. This is not. Oh yeah, Bert's saying I didn't see her till the recovery room. So I had to get all stitched up and stuff before I could even meet her. So this isn't going to be a very flattering angle. But, oops. Let's do this. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out on the fly. So, I wish I could introduce her with a name, but she doesn't have a name yet. We have a little list, but we're still getting to know her, and we're going to be here all day tomorrow, and then we're hopefully going to be discharged on Wednesday. So we've got some time to think about it and meet her. I'm trying out different names on her to see if she responds. And she was just fed, so she's latching already. She latched right away, actually, in the recovery room, and I couldn't believe it. It was just incredible. So she's got pretty light hair, and her eyes are it seems like a dark blue, though they're kind of squinty right now. You can't really see them. I feel pretty good. Today was a little rough with the the pain meds. I was sweating a lot. It felt very hot. I felt like my ears were ringing, and I'm here and I understand everything. Bert says it's not red hair. Well, it's funny because when we were, I don't know, in the recovery room or somewhere, they said, "Oh, she's got red hair," and I'm like, "Oh my god," because Bert always said that he didn't want her to have red hair, jokingly, and I'm like, "You be careful, she's gonna have red hair." So we will see. It's kind of like a strawberry blonde, if I had to kind of describe it here. Very light colored, yeah. Look at you. She's very comfy right now. She's all swaddled and well fed and has a clean diaper on. She's already pooped 2 times today. I can't believe she hasn't even been alive for 24 hours yet. It just feels like all of this has been so long. Since we got here Saturday night and it's Monday, it's all just been so long. Laboring yesterday, I had a medicine ball. Not a medicine ball, a birthing ball. So I got to bounce on that. I got to use a peanut ball, and the staff here have been absolutely incredible. And it's interesting because I'm the only one in the L&D department that was giving birth yesterday and today. It's kind of weird. Everyone's attention was on me. But I guess the hospital we're in and the doctor that I'm with, they send kind of the higher risk patients here. Yeah, I know. And because I, was considered higher risk, it got a lot of attention, and I'm really glad because when they took the baby out, and they explained all this to Bert, and I'm getting this information from Bert. They said that the cord was wrapped around her umbilical cord, and that when I was having these really strong contractions, it was actually like pushing her, I think, into the pubic bone and one of the bones or something, and that her face actually came out bruised. It's actually still bruised. It's kind of hard to see now. It was a little bit more purple yesterday. She's been recovering very well. Oh yeah, Kelly, the cervix checks are not fun. I see your comment there. But yeah, let me see if I can give you guys a little bit more. There she is. She's so sweet sleeping right now. She makes some really cute faces. She's strong. She's got a very loud cry, but it's very unique, and she knows I'm her mama, and that's the coolest thing, because when she's crying and I hold her, pick her up, it's pretty instant that she calms down, and it's the most incredible feeling, and it's made all of our long journey and all the things we've been through all worth it. But I'll tell you, and Bert is, and she is very, very, very tired. I've been wanting to nap, and sometimes I'll just be sitting here and I'm like, oh, I can't fall asleep holding the baby. So right next to me is the bassinet she gets to lay in. Kim's asking if I've been able to eat yet, and yeah, I did get to eat. It wasn't as satisfying as I thought it would be. So when I got admitted, they said, okay, you're on a liquid diet. So the moment I came in, I'm like, oh, the last thing that I ate was like chicken and cauliflower rice. Man, I wish I had a bigger dinner, a protein bar on the way over. But anyway, so for my meals all day yesterday, it was like a bone broth as the main part of the meal. But impressively, at every meal, it was a different broth. So I actually got some variety. What else? They gave me juice. I got a Jell-O at every meal yesterday. And anyway, so finally, when baby came out, actually a lot of the time yesterday when I was laboring, some of the things I would do is fantasize about what foods I really, really want to have. Because now I can go back to having, the breads and the carbs and the sugars again. Not that I'm going to completely abandon my healthy eating, but yeah, so good news. Christy asked about the diabetes. So So I'm in the clear now that she's gone, because the gestational diabetes is the concern is it would pass on to her. And so she's already passed today her diabetes tests. So it's a series of 3 blood draws, and as long as she has a number of, I think it's 45 or higher, that she's good. And all of her numbers were in the 50s. So she did great, and I'm so proud. And yeah, she's a small baby. She's 5 pounds 7 ounces. I can't remember her length. I think it's written on the thing over here. Anyway, I don't know. She's just perfect. Just so sweet, healthy. Let me see if I can get her a little swaddled here. Here, baby. Alright. 18 inches, Bert is saying. She's got these skinny little legs, these big old feet. She's still sleeping. Look at this. She's just so sweet. Well fed. I've already talked to the lactation specialist a few times. Again, you know, doesn't have other patients that she has to worry about. So she keeps coming in and checking and helping and teaching. It's awesome. It's so great. I get really lucky, really, with the latching. So I'm excited about that, because I really wanted to be able to breastfeed. Look at these little feet. It's so cute. Want to wake up a little? Oh, sweetie pie. Oh, okay. Just want some snuggles. So anyway, just want to give a quick update, I guess. Kind of the most climactic video I can put on a live stream for our channel, I guess. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching and being so supportive, and you know, hopefully we'll have a name picked out and tell you about our first week as parents. I can tell you, you know, she came, so at midnight, that is, today was exactly 37 weeks, and so that's considered full term, is 37 weeks. And we got just super lucky that she, you know, if she was born before midnight, they would have actually taken different precautions. So she waited long enough to come, you know, full term, 37 weeks on the nose. And yeah, sure, you guys can share the news. That's okay. We haven't posted on social media yet. We've kind of been telling groups of friends. Because it's just been, we're so tired and everything. There's like little things that we have to do, like we weren't ready with work, right, to leave yet. We were still both training the people that were taking over for us, so we had to do some like just little things to clean that up, set her out of offices, let our bosses know what's going on, make sure that someone could go over to our house to feed the cats. So yeah, we haven't even had the moment yet to do like it on social media. And a photographer came in, took some pictures, and I wasn't feeling well. I'm like, sure, take pictures, it's fine. I mean, I wish that I had known before she took them that like they're $300 if you want those pictures, the newborn pictures. I'm like, it's not included in our little package here. So we have to decide if we want those, or I'm going to contact our friend Lauren and see if she can do the new pictures. And we've been taking pictures with our phone, and now we have this video as well, so I don't know. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy and proud. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the update about the story and everything that happened. And we'll see you next week and have lots more to talk about. Great. Bye.